UMP's about to tear it up.
The other team's already worried about stopping UMP.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. First time is out there with Shake Milton. And Zubac in the center position. Fires the three, and he gets it to go. No problem on the three from Mr. Clutch. And here is Milton. What a tremendous game he played against Houston.
Screen coming. Let's get a good shot. Come back here.
Pass to Powell from the arc. And it's Irving with the rebound. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. Now, he couldn't have been more complimentary about Kawhi Leonard. After some injury issues, he's now back to being the best guy on the floor most of the time. Coach said slowing him down is like trying to hold back an avalanche with a shovel. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Looking to end the run. Leonard on the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. And the win streak sitting at an astonishing 29 games. A monumental team achievement.
Well, I've been super fortunate to be on some teams that have had some great runs, and I know how hard this can be. You can be so talented, you can be so creative, but you also have to have a few things going your way. Right now, everything going their way.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Two. I got shooter. We're going to push it on the net. We're going to push it on the net. Rebound.
And the first one for us. Davis is checked in for the Mavericks.
I got shooter.
And so he hits both. Dallas has gone 1 or 2 for long range in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. Hits the three-point bomb. Mr. Clutch has got a couple of threes now in the first for Dallas.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Stolen away. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
Hit me, I'm open.
Come around.
Help,
Pass to Zubac.
Keep on.
The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. And Zubac has proven that, Brent, there's still a place in the league for old school centers.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
Pass to Milton. 1:32 left to play in the first. That one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. This game for the Mavericks, they picked up a W against the San Antonio Spurs.
In that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Pass to Powell.
I got yours.
Against Zubac. 5 on the clock. Leonard with the ball. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
All right, Kawhi way up on that finish for the putback. He read that miss so well and got himself in great position.
Mr. Clutch's shot is off. Clippers trail by 9. Milton the pass to Leonard. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And it's Leonard missing.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Another 3 for Dallas.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Mavericks lead by 15. And don't go away. We'll be back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Jason Kidd is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against San Antonio played some superb basketball. He picked up 67 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. The level he played at in that one was incredible. Now, he always wants to play his best against their rivals, and to say the least, mission accomplished. Guys?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see guys how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Dunn finds Powell. A three from Leonard. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pass to Dunn. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got his fifth rebound in this one. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a three-point wing.
And Davis sends it back.
Look at the defense on display there from Davis. Lines up the shot, and with perfect timing, swats it away.
And it's in there. And that's now 28 points for Mr. Clutch.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Dunn gets delivered. Fires for three. Mavericks with the rebound. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in ball fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And that's now 30 points for Mr. Clutch.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Dallas has gone 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. So a quick shot there, and it's off target. And here's Milton. They'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Well, Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so he gets in that gap. He's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
The Clippers shooting at ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack.
Grab that board.
Dunn misses. Dallas has gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. Here's Leonard. And the jam by Leonard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Mr. Clutch, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Mr. Clutch has got 34.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's Dallas delivering the blowout. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
And as we welcome you to half.
They have to be better offensively. Shooting under 40%. You know how to fix that, fellas? Feed the bigs.
Stop the presses. Shaq advocating for more post play. Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout and highlight some of the top candidates.
You gotta love All-Star Weekend, guys, especially when it comes to the three-point contest.
I think we should have a three-point contest right now. You and me, Shaq. Come on.
I don't even think you could beat Ernie.
Hey, easy. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own. You don't want to be jumping on a play play like that. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim for that finish.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Down low, shuts it up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you. What's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Clippers shooting a low 30% right now in ugly offensive performance. Powell, the pass to Milton. Here's Powell. He gets some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Zubac, that's good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Shoots. They get it back. And on the way from Irving to the three, it's good from long range.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Zubac with the screen for Leonard. Off target with his 3.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Mr. Clutch. No good off the front iron. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Milton. And it's Irving with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have it tight. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taking 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Down outside. Milton against Irving. Back to Milton. Clippers moving the ball around. Done shots, good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Mr. Clutch.
Are you
serious? Off the mark.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Powell, the pass to Leonard. Now Milton. Powell with it.
And how about Powell to the people as Norman gets up for a loud 2 points.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home.
Stay there.
Christie against Milton. Pass to Powell. Takes the 3. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mr. Clutch. Good on the triple. Mr. Clutch has got 45 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Leonard. The Mavericks pull it in.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good.
Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
27 seconds left in the 3rd. Outside Leonard. 16 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game.
And they won the rebound battle.
subtle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed, and they're doing a nice job on the rebound.
Can they get it? And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Changes here for the Mavericks. Mr. Clutch comes in for Daniel.
Doing all right. We'll get him.
Jeremy Sohan subbed in for Hardy. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Brown. Powell comes in for George. Dunn, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Shake Milton in for Mitchell. And here are the Mavericks now. They've got Anthony Davis. Sohan is on Mr. Clutch. Then there's Washington. And it's Williams at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And that one misses. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters. And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Powell inside. Sohan's there. Zubac's no good. And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And again, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Powell kicks to Dunn. A three from Leonard. Connects from three-point range. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Great shooter off that quick release. Kawhi expecting the pass and did the rest.
Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Ray.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's the shooter.
Bounce pass from Milton. Back up on that one as it misses.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's in the comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Mr. Clutch.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And the shot is good.
saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
A three from Leonard. And Davis pulls it down. Here's Mr. Clutch. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And here's Milton. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being